Well, I've got the music turned way down. Hey, everybody, my name is Mojo Soul, and if you're new to the channel, we play music, we play video games, sometimes we play music video games. Um, we're gonna play Pillars of Eternity. It's an old game. I don't know, is anybody familiar with the Critical Role series? This game was cool. It was like back when Kickstarter was just first starting. Well, I don't know if it was just first starting, but Pillars of Eternity was kind of the first big Kickstarter game I ever heard of. It's like they had this crazy idea that we want to make a cool game that gamers are going to like and is not funded by big business. This game was completely funded by crowdsourcing. So Critical Role. It turns out that a lot of the people that are involved with Critical Role were involved with Pillars of Eternity. I haven't done my research on it yet, but I've played the game, and it's a really cool game. They made a Pillars of Eternity 2, and I didn't really get along with that one as much, you know? Anyways, we're gonna play part 1 to some of it today, and we're just doing kind of test streaming. I'm trying to get my stream legs together so I can, what works, what doesn't work. Right now, everything's locked down. Chat, low resolution. I don't know how to do it, so we're just gonna go with it. I do have the music turned down, and we can bring it up and stuff if we really need to. Oh, also, if you're new to the channel, my name is Mojo Soul. We smoke weed here. We live in a state that has recreational cannabis, and I grew some weed and I smoke it, and we're gonna smoke it on stream too. If y'all have bowls and want to smoke along, come on with it. It's not really a big deal. I'm not trying to party necessarily. I just really enjoy smoking weed and playing video games, to be honest. Um, okay, we got all that out of the way. Let's get into our content. We're gonna do Pillars of Eternity, the White March. We got all the DLC installed. I haven't played through the White March. I don't know what it is. I've only... Yep, so we're gonna go story mode. Story time. Story time mode is for players who are more interested in exploration and story development than the challenge of combat. Look, I know that a lot of y'all are like pro gamers. I'm not a pro gamer, I'm a casual gamer. I play music and casually play some games. Like, my hands are not good at that frame perfect bullshit. I'm a button masher during fighting games. Like, I'm not a good gamer, but I enjoy like playing games and the rich aspect of like storytelling and all that, you know? And I do like a little bit of a challenge here. We're gonna be using the mouse today, but anyways, story time is where we're going. But we will do expert mode and trial of iron. Here we go. Maybe one day we'll do the hard mode, but like the combat part is not. We want the stories. Yeah, Pillars of Eternity. Oh shoot, I gotta tend to something. No! Get out of here. We missed it. I gotta do something. Yeah, cancel character creation. We'll get there. I just gotta make sure we're not overheating things. I've had a problem with my computer overheating lately. And, I mean, not just lately, ever since I've had it. It's a laptop from 2018. It's great for audio. I got it set up for like my full like live performance thing and recording. Um, you know, recording, editing after the fact, never had an issue with that. Real time music editing or music performance requires real time performance, and it's complicated, man. Anyways, this is a Predator Helios 300 from 2018 laptop, Acer. Um, it has a 1060 graphics card in it. It was way better than the desktop PC I had, which had the 660 Ti. It shows you how far back I am. And so when I got on this laptop, I was like, holy shit, this is blazing, man. But it's also the heat distribution is really poor on this machine. And I have to just turn, it's been a long road. I've had this computer for about 2 years now. And I found the best options for optimizing in my situation was one, turning off hyperthreading. So, you know, my 6-core processor was doing 12 threads, and it was hurting my real-time performance. I turned off hyperthreading, and now I've got 6 cores. And honestly, most of the apps I use don't use more than 2. So that helped a lot. Number 2 is there's a balance, right? Resolution, frames per second, and picture quality. Now, hey, right now, I live in a rural town, man. Our Wi-Fi is limited. So I'm streaming at 720 right now. I'm gonna get... This is like the last end of a whole long list of optimizations I've been doing. I didn't even think about trying to do live streaming, and eventually I want to do live streaming on a completely different computer than the one I'm playing on. You know what I mean? But right now we're just doing it all together. We're doing the live music performance and streaming on the same computer. Not optimal. Anyways, it's not optimal, but we're working with it. Personally, I like for the game to look good and be smooth. We're still working through the optimizations. You know, you have to go through a lot of parameters on the NVIDIA control panel. It's really got the same thing with the music stuff, man. You just really have to focus in and get I don't understand what a lot of these options do. So, here we go. Anyways, I play at 30 frames per second, everything else blown up. The stream settings, I don't know how to make that better. Maybe if my buffers were higher, you know what I mean? I can stream. I'm not really interested in the I don't mind if there's like a minute between chat. I'll get to y'all. Right now, that's my least priority. Right now, I want to deliver a good product. Then we'll get the interactions going. We'll get some contests going. We're at like stage 1. I've been at stage 1 for like about a year. I've tried some test broadcasts, and man, I'm struggling here. But we're working through it. Suboptimal situations, trying to give you the best what we got. Today, we're playing Pillars of Eternity. We're going to start from the beginning. We're not going to get all the way through it. It's kind of a fucking pain in the ass playing the beginning level over and over again. I've played this beginning level like 100 times, man. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoy. Let's have a good time here. Let's make a character. Story time. Expert mode. Trial of Iron.
Five wagons grope blindly for the path on a starless night, their master glancing ever upward to the skies for assurance that he is on the right course. A dim lantern his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort, shining no light, betraying no hint of what they know. The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale, you among them, where a local lord has offered land and wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering, and one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your behalf. He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
Dark Souls did so much for gender equality. It used to be in video games, the only choice was the dude. You're like, oh man, I gotta play the dude, he's the coolest character. And the women were always like substats for some reason, like seen as weaker. Dark Souls came around and it turns out the main character was a lady. It's good. And now, in video games, I feel like people, like it's cool to be the lady in the video game now. We're gonna be the lady. And now it's like not cool to be some dude. They're all fine. And so, you know what? Like it turns out in video games, it doesn't matter. They put weak characters in there. Like in a fighting game. And it's like, why wouldn't you just choose the most badass character? Well, you know what? They choose like, and these hard options too. It's a similar topic. You know, like, why would you play on the most hardest difficulty? Well, you know what? It's not impossible. It is possible. You just have to be really good. And with the weak characters, it's not like you can still win with the bad character. You just have to do a different game style. You know what I mean? So it doesn't... Ultimately, what I'm saying is it's cool to be the lady character now, which is cool. We've come a long way. And number two, maybe you're playing old games, or you know, whoever the suboptimal character is, it's cool to play as that character because it's like you're working with handicaps, and it's like cooler. This is okay. This is a life lesson. It's cooler to accomplish hard things when you're at a disadvantage than it is to accomplish easy things when you have all the cheat codes enabled. You know what I'm saying? This is my opinion of life. Is it's cooler to do the hard things when it's harder to do them. Cuz it's still you can still accomplish everything is doable. You just really have to dedicate your life into it. All right. Option 1, female. Next. I always like playing godlikes because they look cool. Let's see what the stats are. I like to have, personally, I like to play with a staff. I like to cast spells. Combat, I like it to be easy. I think we're going... Elves are cool. I'm going godlike. Nature, moon godlike. Human. Priest is cool. I can cast some spells. I like the priest. Wizards are cool. I've often wanted to play as a cipher. Can ciphers cast magic? Starting ability. Powers. Ciphers can Starting ability. Powers. Ciphers can directly target allies and enemies with powerful, soul-focused effects. These powers cost focus, which ciphers build through the use of their soul whip. Druids are cool. Shapeshift, which isn't that great, to be honest. It takes a whole, spell to shift, and then you're... So, priest... It's a paladin. Are they fighting? More like fighters. I like priest. Aothis seems good. I like benevolent and honest, and cruel and deceptive is not what they like. See, the priest is cool because, the more conversational decisions you make, add to your devotion to your person. You know what I mean? They're very, subtle, well, you got all these choices of what to say, I thought that was cool, you know? And so, this one guy, like, this person, like, Magrin, always Morgan is my name. Aggressive and clever they like, and they don't like diplomatic and passionate. This one likes deceptive and cruel answers, and they don't like benevolent and aggressive. They like deceptive and clever, rational. And what do you do? Stoic and rational, passionate, cruel. Eothas is the Adrian. Adiren. Eothas is the Adiran name for the god of light, redemption, and rebirth. While worship of Eothas is still popular in the Ader Empire, and God, all these names are so a lot, dude. Traditionally shown as a man bearing a candle and wearing a silver crown. Candles are cool, I like candles. Believed to have possessed the body of Redcran farmer Woden during the Saints' War. Uh-oh. And was destroyed along with Waidwen at the end of the war. What? You don't exist anymore? The faith is outlawed in most cities. What's Magrin? Alright, you know what? These are like aspects I like, and the fact that shoot, dude, became a living vessel and attempted to invade the Direwood before being destroyed at the gates of Halget Citadel. Eothas has not been heard from since and is presumed dead by most. I don't think Eothas is dead. And what? Just because, like, living honestly, we don't have to give a huge speech after every single thing, but I'm just saying. To live honestly when it's futile, is doing hard things, even though you're disadvantaged. I want perceptions. I'm gonna be smart. Evolve. Constitution. Let's get some constitutions. Perceptions. Intellect. Culture, huh? Perception, might, constitution, intellect, resolve. I think white that wins is the way to go. A large, cracked southern expanse of polar ice. The white that wins is home to pale elves and small colonies of daring explorers, outcasts, and adventurers. While virtually no plant life grows in the white, it is home to many hardy species of dangerous animals that forage from the sea or prey upon each other to survive. I don't know if I like that one so much, man. What about the living lands? Might. Living Lands is the mountainous region of a large northern island renowned for its diversity of plant and animal life. Its weather is unpredictable, and its ecosystems vary dramatically from valley to valley. The Living Lands are home to an assortment of races in a variety of colonial and independent settlements. Plug just came out of my camera. We still kicking it? We are. I don't know if I like that one either. Man, it's the battle. This game is cool, but it's like not exactly. And then, so if the choices that I did want were there, I'd feel like I had an options paralysis. You know, there's too many to choose from when you can have everything in life. Resolve. Equator. Piratey. The oldest cultures. Once the crown jewel of the southern seas. Roate, dominated by the Aomao nation of Ratatai, the Gulf itself is host to a number of nations. Most of them, Aomao, Orlan, and Dwarven, although these countries are relatively young, they are some of the most advanced colonial settlements in the East. I think Living Lands. Mountainous. Next. Background. A drifter. Hunter. Scientist. Mercenary. I think drifter. Hey? Christmas elf.
Eh? Follow me.
Show him how it's done!
Keeping quiet. Yeah? Follow me.
Yeah. Keeping an eye out. I'm here. Leading the way. Onward!
To whispers and shadows.
Just say the word.
I've got this. Let's go!
That's Laura Bailey. It's gotta be.
Time to see and not be seen. Eh? I've got this. Let's go! Keeping quiet. Follow me.
That sounds like Laura Bailey, too.
Show him how it's done!
They'll never know I'm here. Hey there.
Are all of these Laura Bailey?
Now I am leader of the group.
Easy now.
Leading the way.
Let's keep quiet.
I shall lead us. Finish them!
Sharp eyes and keen ears.
I shall lead us. Death to our enemies!
The better part of valor.
I'm flattered. Stand together!
Quietly now.
I'm here.
Oh, I never noticed that cave back there before. Why did we stop over? If this guy knows that fucking we're in bad territory, why does he stop at the most beautiful Audra sculpture mountain place? Why couldn't we gone across the fucking river or something? Anyways.
Everybody stays close to the wagons, got it? Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you are planning a stroll through those ruins up there.
He nods toward a looming black mass on the hillside.
Whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who would be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks. Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Vale's less than a day out. Understood?
At last, the caravan master turns to you, frowning as he looks you over.
Touch of the rumbling rot, could be. There's a stinging beetle round here carries it. You'll be fine once it passes your innards. Unless you don't drink water, course. Which case you'll be dead in a day. There's a berry grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry, about the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it. Calms the insides. Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water.
You know what? I kind of want to try something. Oh, let's get to a safe point first.
I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker, but see about refilling our water first. Got a sick one here.
Alright, so remember, what is our background? We're a drifter. We don't fit in anywhere. We're a priest of Aothis, who doesn't exist anymore. We're just like out here, wandering, trying to find our place.
Nothing you won't see on half the hills of Air Glonfoth. Money to be made selling their knickknacks in Defiance Bay, if you don't mind getting stuck with Glonfoth and arrows now and again. They didn't build them, but I'll be the effigy if they don't watch them like a mother bear. Of course, all the ones around here have been ransacked 10 times over. Got nothing left worth half a pawn, so I hear. Got different names for them. Settlers called them Ingwithans. Nobody that liked them enough to stop them becoming ruins, tell you that much. They don't got Adra where you come from? Well, it just grows up out of the ground like this. Goes deep like tree roots. Some of it all the way to the heart of the world, you believe the stories. It's more like a shell than a proper rock. Easier to work if you're a mason. Got all kinds of strange properties. Seems to have some kind of life of its own. Dies if it gets dug up. Loses its luster. Folks think it probably grew at one point or another, but not these days. The soul butchers in Defiance Bay use it for different things. I've heard tell it can hold a man's soul, but I don't care to see it. Got enough to worry about without seeing something like that. They grow on a bush that's common round here, kind of funny looking. You'll know it when you see it. Doubt you'd have to go far off the road to find one. Hold on. Take someone with you. I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot, not like most of this lot. But you drop dead, I don't want to be looking for the body. Got a schedule to keep.
He scans over the travelers, resting his eyes at length on a sturdy, armor-clad woman who has spent the journey's nights sleeping on uneven ground without blanket or pillow. I like sleeping on the ground.
Kalisha. Kalisha!
The woman looks up on her own time. She needs to find some spring berries. Watch that she doesn't drop dead.
No promises.
No promises.
What kind of guide says something like that?
Kind you can afford.
Don't listen to her, you're in good hands. And I pay too well, if anything. Off with you. Hayden should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a Beawick, we'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
You heard the man. Let's get going before you keel over.
Of course.
Anyone need supplies? Brought a whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough shirts for the road.
He scratches one cheek with his knuckles. Is covered with uneven stubble, as if he hasn't quite gotten used to the shaving on the road.
Say, is there anything you need? I've got some basic traveling supplies for sale if you'd like to take a look.
That's what you got. Take a quarterstaff. characters just die anyway? I mean, yeah, well. Yeah, maybe not. And you know what? Maybe it's cheap, but I really do like to put on let me know what's going on.
It's done.
These tall, glass green pillars appear as if they had sprouted from the earth. The flickering fire sets shadows. The flickering fire sets shadows dancing within.
Stay quiet.
I'll have your water soon enough. Stream's not going anywhere. There's a grove nearby. Ought to have what you're looking for. There's a grove nearby. Ought to have what you're looking for.
Let's check by those outcroppings. Onward! This is it.
Been a long time since I've been this way, but I always did like it. Lord Raedric's offer makes a girl think. I'll give him that. You're here to settle, like the rest of the lot. No, I'm just passing through. That's usually the case with the big city, just a little ways further up the same road. Where are you headed? Probably wander a while. I've got some Rawatai, and another an Adir. People. These words. I don't know how to say them. My sister in the Gilded Veil, she's the only real homebody. Sister moved out here sometime back. She sent me a letter. She seemed worried. I don't know if I'm gonna read all of them. I would say if there's something that I'm going too fast by, I'm not going to read every one. If it goes by too fast, just hit pause and take your time. Nobody's in a hurry here. If you're in for an exciting stream, you probably should go to a different one. We're just chilling here. Dark to anybody else?
What a surprise. Sparfle went hunting. At least he left the water skins. Come on. This is recent. Not good.
Strangeness to his gait, his stride wobbly as he moves towards you with labored breath.
Sparfle? Are you all right?
Sparfle's toe catches on a rock, and he collapses forward in a heap. The feathered shaft of an arrow planted between his shoulders like an enemy's flag. No, Sparfle, you asshole!
Ambush!
You know what? Let's all get this guy, because he's
Attack!
Come on, we have to get back to camp.
be right back. I just gotta go to the bathroom and get some water and stuff. Hey y'all. So I'm gonna try a couple things here to see if we can get this resolution better. Alright, let's save. The Magnus playthrough. Alright. So let's... I'll be back, y'all.